Hey, 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 hey. Dee, 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 dee. Hey, how you doing, nerds? I'm just inviting Daryl if it will just behave. Hey, Lisa, how you doing, girl? It will just allow me to do what I... There we go, it's done it now. How's everyone doing? Lovely to see y'all. Hey, hey, hey. What's this? What's it saying to me? I've got a red thing. Accept, yes. Yes. Hey, hey. Hi. How is everybody doing this fine Sunday? Happy Mother's Day to those who are natural mothers, as in you born your children them, and those who are step-in mothers, you know, because we all play a role, you know what I mean? We all play a role. It's not letting me in. Let me try again. Let's see. Why are you misbehaving and not allowing Daryl to come in? I've done it again. Let's see if it will behave itself.
Let's see.
There you are. Hey. I was tinkering away like, what's going on?
Yeah. Don't know what's happening there, but you know, it's finally we're in.
There you are. How are
But
you
yeah, go
doing?
on. I'm good. Yeah, been running around, doing a lot of research, you know, so yeah, it's just been one of those active days this morning, I can't even lie.
Mhm.
How
I
about
like
you?
that. Mine started kind of calm. I've been up for a hot minute and then little man's gone back to sleep. So I was able to kind of get up and kind of get myself into a vibe. Because you know, these
Hmm.
little people, they be having you up at silly o'clock and then you're like, right,
Hmm.
let's go back to sleep now. So today's been pretty good. The week has been a very, very long one. Stepped out of my comfort zone, hella out of my comfort zone. It was very, very uncomfortable and oh, it was
Hmm.
horrible. But um, I've learned a lot. You know, I presented a workshop for some people who are just not in our type of mindset. It's
Yeah.
like it was totally out of my comfort zone. Usually when I'm presenting to people who's like, all right, so tell me, Empress Vibrant. You know what I mean? They're already ready. They know who I am. They want to know what's
Hmm.
going on. Whereas it's sort of like to kind of convey to people who are just sort of like,
Hmm.
oh, that hokum, meditation, Reiki, huh? It was just that
Yes.
it made me feel so like, oh, but it makes me fully understand how much I appreciate love having the space, having you brothers and sisters around me who fully understand where we're coming from,
Hmm.
what we're working towards, the consciousness that we are continuing to level up in. Because boy, it was difficult. I had some people scowling at me like, "What's all of this?" And I was just like, you know, and I had to continue forging on in the midst of all of that, and just,
Hmm.
you know, so oh man, it was hella uncomfortable, hella uncomfortable. But I delivered my workshop. It went well overall for those who were involved in it, and people engaged well. But those who didn't, I felt it, and I have to, you know, I'm a little bit defensive, so
Hmm.
I've got some work to do on not allowing my voice to sound like I'm defensive, you
Hmm.
know, and just to continue to, you know.
That
So
is it.
yeah,
I love that.
so
But
it's
you're a
been a
great
lot.
representation, though. So I just want to put that out there of
Oh,
the life that we
oh,
live.
really?
So I'm really
Thank
glad that
you.
they was able to hear this from you because some people don't practice this stuff, you know, and you're someone who's been
Yes.
practicing it, but you haven't been maybe pushing it out there. But the people that are pushing it out there, they just started practicing.
Yes. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you're a great
Mm.
representation, and you're gonna get haters. The level of the haters you have in life is gonna be the level of the blessings that you get, you know. So I just wanna
I'm
put
going
that
to
out there.
fortify myself with that. Thank you so much, Daryl,
No
because
worries, no
boy,
worries.
jeez. So how about yourself? Thank you for that though. Big up yourselves, everyone in the comments. Much love.
Yeah, for me, do you know what? My week has been, it's been very productive. I've been getting a lot of things done. A lot of messages have been coming, and my quote unquote great work was like really put out there. Like someone actually called me out 100%, said no, you know, because we did an exchange from readings, and it's like your great work needs to come out. So I've made some decisions. It's just about how I when I make certain things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, my mailing list, I'm going to be putting that out either today. I just need to get some technical difficulties out. My website will be up in the next 2 days. My course will be out next week. So yeah, it's literally just about getting things done, you know. And I think this week really represents that. You know, when we go through what's going on in the week, it really is a week of
Things are going in.
yes, yes, yes,
Ooh,
prepping
do you
us
want
up
to
for
kick
this.
off then? You seem like it
Um,
in the flow. How do you feel?
yeah. I don't mind kicking off, you know, to be honest.
It
Um,
feels right. It feels right.
Now, perfect. You know, there's only two things going on, but they're two very powerful things.
Right.
So firstly, Mercury has left Pisces, everybody. Thank God. You know, when Mercury is in Pisces, it's very airy, it's very spiritual, right? But sometimes things mess up with like tech and the mind isn't very stable. It's moved into Aries. Thank God it's in Aries. So it's all about taking action. It's about willpower. It's about thinking about the things that you have to do, being self-centered with it. Not selfish, but self-centered, meaning that, you know, the mind will tell you what you want to do from a place of self because we all have things that we need to do for other people, which we've more than likely been thinking about the last 2 weeks, the spiritual implications, where the business should be, the softer emotions. But when Mercury then moves into Aries, it's then saying, okay, to do all of this, you have to make sure that your cup is running over. So there's things that you need to do to fill your cup so that your will gets put out there. So Mercury's really showing us what's the next projects that we need to do, you know, and it will just throw them out there. When Mercury is in Aries, is like you might have 101 ideas. So you know, if you do journal, if you do meditate, it's important that you write down some of the ideas. Don't try to act on 100 things at once, but bring the ideas in, write it down, you know, because this is a time when the next year, because we've just started Aries, the next year is going to really be set in the time of Aries, right? You know, the seeds that you plant really, like, now let's say look about from nature, if you plant seeds today, they end up growing, let's say for, you know, the summertime, and then you have to store them as well. So even throughout the winter, it's the seeds that you plant in this, in really in this period, how you tend your garden of your mind in this period, that is going to show you the next 12 months until we go back into Aries. So we might get all of these ideas coming in saying this is what you need to be doing. Write them down, plan the right time for, all right, this is when I'm going to act on this, this is when I'm going to act on that. You know, maybe think about the people that you can connect with, but make sure that you're doing it from a place of self. You know, it's not about the other people. Sometimes you are just as important as everybody else in the universe, because all of us are pushing forward the evolution of the universe as it's moving forward. So looking after self in the highest sense is looking after others. And I think that's really a message when you go from Pisces, which is showing you about others and spirituality, then it goes straight into Aries. What it's showing you is, yes, you're looking after other people, but you also have to find out how to look after self as well.
Mm-hmm.
And then on Friday, of course, you've got the new moon as well. Again, a very powerful, this is a conjunction between the sun and the moon. That's what the new moon really is. And it's when, you know, think of it as the sun and the moon are sitting on a table together and they're just planning, you know. So that's going to be a time when we can really put forward our intentions again for the next year. It's quite a powerful one. We have quite powerful transits that are happening at the moment. We're gonna have some tougher ones coming up to the end of this year, but right now everything is high. The higher self is coming, but we will be going deeper into that on Thursday night, because the exact conjunction actually happens on Friday morning, guys. So meditate from the night in, and then you can set the intention in the morning, journaling, just like we did, burning the intentions the last morning after the meditation. So I don't want to go too deep into that, because people need to come and do the meditation with us. So yes, there should be a newsletter coming out from myself tomorrow. I'll put the link in my bio as well. If anyone wants to learn how to set the intentions, I've got a nice little form that is on my bio currently, just telling you where you're at, looking at your clarity, your energy, etc., asking you, what are the things holding you back. You can use that, get a free consultation, but you can just use it as well as a place just to look at some of these questions and really understand that. So when you do go into the new moon, you actually know, what am I setting for that time? Because it is so important that we set the right intentions. Be very intentional this week, guys, because it's going to last you the next 12 months. So don't start complaining in the time of Leo when the creations are coming. When in the time of Aries, you are focusing on your enemies, focus on self now, so that when these times come, there's beautiful creations coming, because this is that week. But again, if you want to know exactly where it is and how it's happening and what conjunctions are going on, join us on Thursday evening. So with that, I'm actually going to pass it over to you so you can read the energy for the week.
Lovely. Ooh, that was really, really informative, and actually so to the point. I actually said that to my cousin today. We were speaking, and I said, not to remember that it's got to be about you as well, because this Mothering Sunday, so we know that it's all about giving and nurturing, and sometimes it drains the bejeebers out of you. But remember yourself. Being self-centered doesn't mean selfish. It means putting yourself first, and what do you really need and want, and making those things a priority. So it fully makes sense that we're starting the week off in that kind of energy, because we all need to do that. That's facts. And yeah, that was just beautifully cool. And I love the fact that you've got the prompts for the intention setting. Brilliant. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. I'll be looking into those as well, seeing the format. Yeah, I'm saying I'm getting involved in everything. So let's see what the energy is overall. Loving what's going on in the comments as well, guys. Big up yourselves. So we've got Gateway. So yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, pushing on to the next level. We are actually at the door, at the gateway of a new way of doing things, and intentionally new things. So I'm really liking the fact that we're in the gateway, because we are. We've just been sweeping away the old. And what was really lovely about last week was that it was like a gentle sweeping away. Yes, get rid of what you need to do, but being gentle in that sense of how you're doing it, where you've kind of maybe let yourself down. But this week it's sort of like you're taking stock, taking ownership, taking responsibility, and sort of saying, right, I'm here now. I'm at the gateway. I'm about to step through. Where am I heading? There's this path, that path, and that path. Ooh, what feels right? What's gonna ignite my soul? What's gonna make my heart sing? It's that kind of energy, and I love the fact that it's we've even got like a unicorn here, so it's like that, seeing beyond what's realistic. Being a bit broader with what you could possibly do. Don't box yourself in. Like Daryl was saying, don't just focus on a small, minute area. You are building something for your future. So being it that you're at the gateway, you're in a beautiful position to decide what path you are and forge down where you want to move to. I love that. I absolutely love that. And then we've got relaxation. So know when to settle your skin, people. Know when to settle your skin, okay? Yes, move, action, take time. But then also, again, what do you need? If you need that relaxation, you take the time to do that. Because this is why they're saying Yeah, choose your path, yes, but know that there's going to be times that you're going to need time to reflect, to balance your energy again, to look after yourself, and to maybe step back a little bit and just watch the magic happen. You know, there's a beautiful energy when you can sit back and just watch things and watch it now. And even as parents, those who watch your children or watch your, you know, your family members, the little people, and you just watch them, that they're learning. You know, like my son's trying to stand up and trying to take steps, and I'm like, watch him now. You know, and it's lovely to be able to sit back. You know, not to be so much ready to go and pick him up, or to be, oh my God, he may fall. Oh my God, he may. Sometimes you have to sit back and watch what he's going to do. If his legs are folded underneath him, he's going to have to find a way to unfold them and step, crawl, make that movement. You know, and these are the ways that the energy's flowing. I just go into the tarot a little bit just to find out what's going on with this gateway energy, because I love the fact that it seems like everybody's pretty much ready to take the next step. Look at how this unicorn standing in the middle of this gateway, almost not quite stepping over the threshold as yet, but sort of quite intentional and quite regal about it, actually. I'm stepping into this new version of myself. I'm stepping into this next level with a lot of purpose. I'm loving that. See what's going on for the collective around this gateway. Oh, you see? Yeah, it is. So we're first doing what is the Knight of Wands. So definitely forging forward, definitely, and taking action. Wands are all actions. So this is fire sign energy. So we've got that, you know, but the fact that we are in Aries season, I'm not surprised to see the wands up in here. You know what I'm saying? This is fire sign energy. So it is the getting, the doing, you know, the intention to do so, you know, and actually taking the time to be intentional about what you want before you actually take the movements, you know, because once this fire energy starts moving, it's the momentum is real. It's going, and it will take you along with you. So no yado, take the time and just give yourself a little time to just see and feel out the energies, feel the situation. Your intent, your intuition is going to be a lot more heightened in this time as well. So listen to those subtle nudges that you get, you know, whether it's a belly swivel, whether it's your hands start sweating, you know what I'm saying? There's the hairs on the neck stand up. It's like, what is that feeling about? Yes, step into it and see what it's about. You know, there's going to be key little things that's going to let you know, oh yeah, move down there, take that route. So start listening to that higher self. They will be, and your guides will be directing you, but they are wanting you to be in the full driver's seat. Reason why I say that is we've got the Seven of Pentacles. And the Seven of Pentacles speaks about us evaluating what's working, what hasn't worked, you know, stepping forward with a new way of doing things, not being so, being stuck in your systematic way of doing things, you know, just shaking things up a little bit. What worked, what didn't? What can you tweak? What can you leave behind? And I love this because this is about everything physical. So you may be moving things out of your home, deciding I don't need that appliance. I may need to get something else, you know. I'm doing away with all these types of things so that I can focus on being more holistic. Or, you know, for some of you, I'm hearing about, it's weird, moving things out of your house that have rays, like radiation. So possibly getting in them absorbing stone things I'm seeing in my mind's eye. So I don't know who's really thinking, nah, I want to get more serious about the type of things that's going on. I don't want to, you know, be too susceptible to all of the radiations that's, you know, within all of these mechanical things. So I'm liking the fact that everybody's looking at things in a practical way, as well as, you know, the more mental picture of what you want to do. And then we've got the swords. So again, it makes sense. We've got the mental here now. So again, you know, swords are about the logic. You know, this is the so where this is an earth sign energy, the pentacles, and then this one is the earth. I mean, the air sign. So it's like our planning and our logic and making sure things are cohesive. So before you're walking through this gate, with this gateway here, we're saying forging forward, yes, planning, deciding, And once you're about to move, it's going to be moving fast because it's a passionate energy. And maybe some of you may not be quite ready for the current. So take your time and decide what it is that you want before the current take you away, please, because there's this very fastness energy going on. And for those who like to take their time and sort of just, you know, mosey on down, it might be a little bit out of your comfort zone, but it is for you. It is for you. So know that there is going to be changes in the pace and how you do things. Evaluation, what's working, what hasn't worked. So that then when you are walking through this gateway, you can walk feeling informed, comfortable, confident, you know, in the steps that you are taking. The Knight of Swords talking about that, the more intellectual, the more logical side of the movements. So ensuring that you are coming from a place that is practical, but also allowing the subconscious and allowing your imagination to create what it will. Because there is that there too. There is that space for expansion. So let's look at what this relaxation is talking about very quickly. See where I'm going for that. I like that though. The fact that there is, it's very much so in line on the precipice of this change. It's about to move, but it's about that reflection time. What are we bringing in? What are we taking with us? What are we leaving behind? Just so that, because we know once it starts, it's going to be quite a, it's like a freight train I'm seeing. So for some of you, don't be frightened, but it's going to feel like, oh my God, it's taking off. Oh my God, it's bigger than I thought, you know, like, and there is nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay, so that relaxation, I see Nadia saying solitude, that's right. And in solitude time, you get to really decide what it is that's going on. You can see everything plain as day. You've got less influences and you're able to listen and trust yourself more. So yes, solitude is necessary. And for Nad saying that, her being the Virgo, which is, you know, the Hermit card, which is about the solitude, so that you can, you know, think about the finer details of how you want to do things. So it fully makes sense. So the relaxation. So for some of you, we are taking a break from looking at anything that's lacking. We're moving away from lacking. Yeah, this, I don't have, things ain't, da 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 da. That's what the review's for. That's why we've got the gateway, you know. Giving away to this lack mentality, left out, you know, pressing your face against the window of goodness and opportunity and sort of somehow thinking that you are not ready to step into that. We're moving away from that. We're taking a pause. Yeah, we're relaxing ourselves from all of that heavy energy. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Yes, it may look a bit picky, but rest assured that things will change off. Because you will decide the energy. You will decide. You're not bringing lack into your next phase, are you? So you recognize where the lack is in the reality and then put forward where you want to be. Because I feel like that's something that needs to be pushed out, is this lack, sense of lack. Because the Five of Pentacles talks of not having enough, feeling left out, feeling somewhat isolated, but not in a I want to separate myself, but rather inferior. So for that inferior energy, that's going to be pushed out. And I love that because some of us have that kind of inferiority complex. You know, people are doing this or they're doing that. I should be further along. We're taking a pause from all of that, people, which I'm loving. And then the Ace of Wands. Yes. Boundless opportunities to act, to become, to do. This is very doing, passionate energy. So I'm loving the fact that we are moving away from this lack mentality and actually saying, I've got enough things I can do. I'm fully talented. I'm connected with the right folk. The Most High just seems to just put the right people around me all the while. We give thanks and praises. I've been pushed out of my comfort zone, which is hella uncomfortable, but necessary for you. You know, that kind of energy. And we've also got Two of Cups. So there is definitely forging together. There is definitely partnerships going on. But definitely, like Daryl said, it looks like a lot of yourself. This person, they're taking the time for themselves. They ain't got nobody sitting down there with them in their hammock. Yeah, them I just take them time. You know, possibly researching, possibly just taking time to decide what's next, what's happening, and I love that. So yes, partnerships are all about it, but then we are also coming to the end of a long, arduous task. Look at this 10 of Wands. We ain't going to be piggybacking and holding on to so much stuff. Look at this man with this wands. Nah. Delegation, delegation, delegation. Start give the ones to other people. Right, so you can deal with this. I'll deal with that. We'll come together. We'll have another, you know what I'm saying? Another family meeting, board meeting, whatever it is, so that you can lighten your load, because I think that's the energy of this too much, this energy of feeling like this inferiority. I've got so much going on. How can I possibly step to somebody who seems to have it all under control? Yeah, delegate. Drop some of those wants. Maybe it's not something that you need to bring into your new phase of your life. The new year, maybe those ones you're done with, put them down in the sea of the man, back, bow and thing. Put down the ones. Put down all of the tasks that are not serving, and delegate. Be the boss that you are, is what I'm saying to you, if you didn't hear me. Be the boss that you are and delegate. Yeah, take what you want and leave what you don't, and forge forward and show people how you want things to be done. So I'm loving that energy overall. I'm actually loving that energy. Let me get an activation for the week. Let's see what the activation is for the week. What's the love activation for the week? Okay, some of these are lovely. So you have the ability to give over unwanted energies to the loving force of the universe. Yep. Let go of that lack. Yeah. So whether this week was difficult, you didn't have what you needed, it didn't seem as you wanted it to be done, release that, release on the unwanted energies. Trust me, I've had to do a lot of releasing over this week, making peace with things that I wasn't happy with, but it will support you giving space to what's new. It will just give space to it. So just be patient with yourself. We've got patience as well. Be patient with yourself. Yeah. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Okay, let me say it one more time. So there's no inferiority, people. Listen to what patience has to tell you. Listen to this. You are able to let the universal energy of transformation move according to its own loving rhythm. Yes, go with the ting, go with the flow. Yeah, when I say divine has got your back, yeah, got your back. They see where you're trying to go. They're like, oh, I see what you're trying to do. I see what you're trying to do. Be patient though. Be patient with yourself. Be kind. Take time. And just release. And that's what that whole energy around the Seven of Pentacles is. What's working, what isn't, and it doesn't have to be so harsh. And the rhythm is in the time that everything needs to be dropped off. So I'm loving that we are in the gateway and saying, oh, I don't need to bring that bag in. You don't have to be the bag lady. Put it down. Yeah. And I part to myself to put down the bags. Okay. Maybe you take a nice light, what's the nice travel bag, and you don't have to pick the big cumbersome one with you, because you don't need that. You need the small one, because in your new life, those garments are not necessary. You get new things with the new renewed body and the new renewed mind. You don't need all of that. You leave that in last year. So that's the overall energy. So I'm loving the fact that we're in the gateway, ready for that change. And we are moving out of that lack mentality, moving out of this inferiority, and stepping into our power and saying, right, I'm actually at the gateway of this brand new change. And I've got to be kind to myself. I've got to be gentle, but I also got to say, this is what I'm doing. So I'm directly going to do that and allow the universe to help me along the way, because the rhythm is flowing through for me. Okay, thanks. Amen. Amen and amen. So my lovelies, that has been the energy. I'm loving that for the week.
Jeez, I love that. I was writing loads of notes, and there's something that I wanted to touch on because of the comments as well. Everyone's saying that they're feeling very in themselves. It's a solitude time, and we said we're in the gateway. So I think I was doing a video on elements, which I want to quickly just touch on. That usually solitude is like a watery element. It's in your feelings, which, before this gateway we're going into. But let's look at the cards that were drawn. We had wands, which is a fire sign, if I
Mm-hmm.
remember correctly,
Mm-hmm.
right? Then we had the knight of wands. It's about getting things done. But you've come from water. So remember, the last gate was the full moon in Pisces. Remember, there was all this energy in the water sign. So it was like clearing stuff out. And we're still in the energy, guys, until the new
Yeah.
moon. We're still there clearing out the things that we need to clear out. Although the sun has now moved into Aries, the energy of the moon will carry through. And then we've moved into fire, right? Which is where we are now. It's about, again, taking this action, but then we have the Pentacles, which was about evaluating. That's the earth sign. That is, if you look at the astrological system of change, it goes water, but it goes fire, earth, air, water. But we start with water because we just came out of that period, and then we're going into fire, which is about taking your action. So we will come out of the hermit phase that we're in very quickly. When you go in too much, just remember, eventually what goes in becomes out. Like if you multiply two negative numbers, they become positive, right? So math shows you this. And then we go into the Pentacles, which is about that plan. It's about being practical. It's about enduring, setting something up that you can feel now. You know what you need to let go. We take the action, and then you start to see things happening in the physical. Oh man, you know what? I said I need to clear up certain things in my head, and I've been doing it, and I feel better. My body feels better. I'm tasting things better. The world looks brighter to me. Although nothing has changed, you have changed. So the physical world around you just has to move. And then you've gone into swords, which is planning, which almost will lead perfectly into that new moon, right? Because that's when you're meant to set the intention. You can't just set an intention without planning prior. So I really love that this gateway that's almost led us. Sometimes it's almost scarily in alignment, when
I know.
it's kind of led us into that. Yes, you're in your emotions right now, which is fine. Get into that, what you need to do, make it practical, make it pragmatic, get into the plan. We're all shedding stuff. Like I said, we're all shedding stuff at the moment. The universe has just made it so. And then again, that relaxing, making sure that you let the energy really just flow through you. Someone said to me yesterday, Daryl, you need to accept your greatness. It's kind of a heated conversation, and they said that, and I had to sit down there, with people that are close to you, say certain things, you have to, all right.
Yeah, that was a bit thick. Oh.
Yeah, I hear you though. I hear you. I have to take that. That's the sort of stuff that makes you go inside, right?
Yeah.
But then it's always a positive that's coming from it. Guys, just remember that all of this stuff is, there's so much blessings that are coming to us now. And if you don't claim it now, when we have that Mars, Saturn, Uranus sort of conjunction and battle going on later, if you're not really being the best versions of ourselves, guys, it's going to be, life is hard anyway. So you might as well shoot to really, achieve what you want to achieve. That's what I was getting. It was like, we're at that stage where it's like, shoot for the stars. You might miss and hit the moon, but at least you're still not on Earth. So that's really when you was talking about that, and then especially said the patience as well, and just like releasing, letting go of the baggage, letting go of the things that are kind of holding us back in our minds. I really just, I felt like he was talking to me as well, so yes, claim it all and give thanks. That is it. That's what I feel like the time is, hold it close, because the things you bring close transform. The things you try to push away from you are going to come to get you. So if you say, I don't want to feel like this, and you're pushing that feeling away and you're using stuff, it's going to come back to you tenfold, because you almost, it's like elastic band. You've done it, you pull it this way, and at one point, it slaps
and keep you right in our fears.
Exactly. So this is really an inclusive time for us this week. I think that's what these cards are saying. It's like, take it all in. let it
Yeah.
transform you, and then let it go.
Yeah.
And just watch you just, now you are the elastic band, you are the arrow now, rather than using that power to push the things away. So thank you.
Amen.
I always love these, I always love these. It's almost like church on a Sunday,
I trust. Yes, my brother. Oh, yeah. Do you know what? Like I always say, these sessions are like you said, it's like church, and also for me, it always feels like because I don't read for myself. I very rarely tap into that
Mhm,
energy certain times because as a reader, you also have to be mindful that you have your own influences and you have your own
mhm,
negative things that you put into this. So I sometimes must not even read for myself to get somebody else to read for me certain times.
mhm.
So
True.
it's like when I do these collective readings, I also gain so much because I'm open to what's happening as well. When I'm doing something for a personal, it's beautiful because I'm able to open up to what that person needs, and I get to see their ancestors, listen to what their spirit guides are talking about. But in these moments, I get to be in observance as well, and I get to take in. So when you speak, I'm like, yeah, I get that. That's going on right
Mhm.
now. So when you say the card's speaking to you, I hear you, Kyle. Speak to me too. You get what I'm saying? So it's beautiful, and thank you for everybody for just coming. I always love to see, and the interaction in the chat's always brilliant. Certain time I'm so in the vibe that I may not see the messages. So it's nothing but love same way still, you know what I mean? But
Yes. Mhm.
also before we do go, I have to make sure I say my little plugins because sometimes I keep forgetting. And Daryl, you are making it better for me to remember. So big up yourself, yeah? So people, like, share, subscribe, and comment to my YouTube channel. There's videos
Mhm.
one and new videos are up. There's always things going on that channel. So definitely plug in. If you're not subscribed, do so. There are also extra things that you may not see on the Instagram. It's easier to record on my laptop, and sometimes the file them too big for Insta and I depend that. So that's where a bulk of my
Mhm.
readings for the months and the different kind of themes are on there. So plug into that. Also, I'm going to be doing an unboxing possibly later on, and I've got these beautiful new love deck that I'm willing to do. So I might do an all signs for
Mhm.
the Aries. So plug into that. We'll possibly do a live on here later, possibly. And what else? You know what it is. The links are in the bio for our personals. Yeah, personal.
Mhm.
I'm doing my Reiki distance, so come in with that. The energy has been beautiful. Those who have come already, I've had some beautiful reviews, so I'm really happy with that. So come through for your Reiki healing. You've got my tarot reading, so come on down. And Daryl, anything else? Because before I know, I want you to end on what we're doing on Thursday, because I like the way you drop, the
Okay.
info. So
Yeah, yeah,
I'll let you
yeah.
do that.
So yeah, from my side, guys, look out for the mailing list. I'll be doing one weekly just to let people know what's going on. I'm fully back on the coaching stuff, guys. I'm using astrology to find out what we need to focus on and how we need to do certain things as well, because it needs to be individual. So also got the t-shirts as well. So any Aries friends, there's cups, phones, or the whole thing. Just literally
Amen.
it gets delivered straight to them as well, so you don't have to pick it up and drop it, just goes straight to the house as well. Let's see, obviously you got the readings and stuff like that. If anyone wants to read in that for the year, so we can break it down based on moon cycles and your perfections if you want stuff like that. But yeah, the most important thing for me is actually this new moon meditation and the full moon meditations that we're doing, because it really does help to keep us in flow with
Yeah.
the universal powers. The sun and moon is the biggest luminary. So we have the new moon. New moons are extremely powerful in general, but the one in Aries is the first new moon of the astrological year, guys. So this is when you set the divine masculine in the mind. So Aries rules the head. In astrology, and in Pisces is the feet, right? So think about, this is when the divine masculine is really going out there, where you're setting that intention, the spiritual version of yourself is coming out. So guys, do not miss the new moon. If you want readings to be used for the new moon, again, there's tickets for that as well. So you can get a specific reading for the new moon. Say, how do I harness this energy as an individual? Because again, all of our readings are generally quite general, and you have to make it personal. So I think that's everything, you know. I think me and Empress are going to be bringing out some more stuff, you know. It's
You
evolving.
know, we
It's
loving this
evolving.
collabo. We loving the collabo. You know what I'm saying? Energy's
Yes.
good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. So look out for that. And you know, from my side, you know, I'm always telling you guys, you're perfect by design, you know. So just always remember that.
Amen. Big up yourself. Oh, that was beautiful, Daryl. Yes, beer things are gone. And say it one more time as we leave. I love it. You are.
Perfect by design.
Big up yourselves. Take
Blessings.
care.